Good morning, this is take 2 on this. Hopefully the internet cooperates a little bit better. First of all, I love live video because it allows us to be interactive. So please, please, please keep your comments coming to me. I love those. And if this topic is helpful for you at the end, give me a thumbs up so I know if you want more of this or less. So here's the deal. Every morning I try to have a little personal development in my day, a little motivation, a little inspiration, because that's what gives me my mojo for the day. And if I don't have that, I end up in a funk. So 2 things this morning I listened to a couple different things and like the same type of message resonated, and I thought the universe wants me to share this with you. So here it is. Here's the thing. There's a few parts of an equation that help move you from being a tire kicker, thinking about something, to moving to being pretty good at it, and then getting a little bit better and moving to great. Okay? I'm going to give you those 3 parts, and then I'm going to give you a few examples for things that are like closest to my heart, which, you know, of course, is like health, wellness, fitness, my family type things like that. Okay? So the 3 ingredients from moving from tire kicking to good to great include consistency, patience, and competence. Like, do I know the route I want to go? So let me give you some examples. First, I'm going to start with cooking. So you know that I am a dietitian. In fact, I coined myself the DIY dietitian because I love sharing like broken down health and wellness information. I love giving people the tools they want to like live happier and healthier lives and homes. And sometimes we talk motivation here. So anyway, let's go back to food here. Hey Kelsey. So I am pretty good at cooking now, but I started not knowing which side of the toast to butter with grilled cheese. And my family loves to remind me of that. Like my wedding speeches, they're talking about what a terrible cook I am. So like, it's funny to look back on that because once I decided I loved eating, I naturally decided the route I needed to take was to learn how to cook a little bit. And then that didn't happen overnight. That happened through a lot of failures and experiments. And my point is that like I stayed consistent. Like I kept practicing at it and I got a little bit better and I had patience kind of with myself, and like I improved my competence and my know-how like over time. Like things have changed intensely. So like that's just a silly like example, but it's so easy and close to me, so it's easy for me to tell you about that. Like the next one I have is related to exercise. Like you guys maybe know, I've hated exercise my whole life. Absolutely hated it. And if you would have asked me if I wanted to work out, I would have said hell no, because that doesn't sound fun at all. But I wanted what people had that were exercising. So I had to get competent. Like I hated it because I didn't really know what to do. And no one likes anything they don't know what to do at all, right? Like you can apply this stuff to any area of your life. So I had to get help with that. So my competence. And then I had to have some consistency. So I had to keep going because I started and then I had some like results and then I kind of quit because I thought, do I really have to keep doing this? And things started going backwards. And so like that taught me that if I like lost the consistency in that, then, you know, I lose my progress in that in some ways. So like that's the consistency. And then I also had to have patience. And I work with people on this a little bit now. Hey, Andy, again, we're going to try better internet now. So I work with people on this a fair amount. And like I hear the same things I felt in my own mind, like where we lack our patience. We just want to have results in anything we want to be good at right now. And you have to have the patience and give yourself the time, because you build on the consistency. You build from practicing. And like once you do that and you have the patience, you give yourself permission to be imperfect and give yourself permission to not have it all together, like you will continue to move forward. You will quit being paralyzed by not being perfect. So often we quit when we're on our way to greatness because we're just so impatient with ourselves. And like I am a selfish and impatient person, and once I own that, it's easier. That's the next piece. So I want to talk about like a family example. I said I'm not the most patient, amazing person, and therefore, like kids are not my forte. I'm a mom of 3. I work with kids. I teach them religious education, and so I like really try to put myself. I'm practicing my patience. But it's challenging. But as soon as I owned that and told myself, identified what my issue was, it was easier to give myself a little bit more permission and feel a little bit better about moving forward. Because sometimes we have these issues, we don't even identify them, and so how can we take those and then move forward? You know, if we don't identify the problem, then how do we fix it, basically? So because I just have to keep trying. The consistency, I gotta have patience with it, and I gotta, if I don't know what I'm doing, I need to ask for help. And like, that's where I am now, sometimes with my kids stuff. Like, okay, I don't know how to handle this, so then I just like stop, regroup, refocus, and keep moving forward. So those were the few things I got out of my personal development this morning I had to share with you guys. The other piece was that like, about consistency, I can't be a good mom like if I'm inconsistent with my rules and behaviors. Like I can't be a healthy person if I'm inconsistent with whatever I think it takes to become a healthy person, like food or nutrition or fitness or whatever. Like if I don't consistently move forward on those things, then no wonder I drop off and don't meet my goals. So you can apply this to any single thing you want in your life. I just picked a few examples that were really close to me. But go ahead and think about something you have a goal with. Is it like business? Is it your career? Is it, what is it, your faith? Whatever it is, like stop and think about that for a moment in these three pieces of the equation: the consistency, the patience, and the competence. And then let me know in a personal message what you find about yourself, okay? So have an amazing day as usual, and just give yourself permission to move forward. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.